Hello, my friends. In the last session, we created the flowchart and we converted the flowchart into the program, and we learned how to use if and condition processing. So let's write the code in Python. So let's write that code in Python. Let me erase the board. So let's create a variable temp. Temp is equal to, for example, 30. Let's make it 40. If temp is greater than 30, just greater than 30. When you press enter, my friends, see, the next line must be indented because that indentation is telling Python that this instruction depends on if. So when we press enter, so on the next line I'll write print it is hot on the screen. My friends, if you have noticed one thing, that after this writing the condition and writing the full colon and press enter, it will automatically, the cursor will be here, so you do not have to do the indentation. It is done by this site for us, this software for us. But if it is not, then you have to push the tab key and you have to indent it. Okay, but that indentation is automatically done. Now on the next line we have to write another condition. So if you press enter, see, the cursor is still under P, but the instruction which we are going to write is independent of this if. This doesn't depend on the if. So what we have to do, we have to press the backspace, go back, and then write if there. So if temp is less than 30, see, it is automatically indented. Then we will write print, and here we will write it is cooled. Now, my friends, let's discuss that thing again. So when we press run, what it will do, it will execute the first instruction. It will create a variable temp and it will store 40 there, this instruction. Then it will check this condition. Is this condition true? Is the value of temp greater than 30? It will pick up that 40 and will compare with 30. So yes, the condition is true because 40 is greater than 30. So it should execute this line. After that thing, it will come to the next condition. It will check, is the value of temp less than 30? It will again pick up the value of temp, which is 40. It will compare 40 with 30. Is 40 less than 30? So this condition is false. If this condition is false, this instruction is not allowed to execute and this instruction will not execute. So let's run and see what it is doing. So see, it has printed it is hot because only the first condition was true. Let's make a small change in the code and let's make the temperature 10. Now let's discuss it first, that what it will do. It, when we click run, it will create a variable temp. Inside temp, it will store 10. It will check this condition, and the condition is if temp is greater than 30, it will pick up the value of temp, which is 10. Is 10 greater than 30? No, temp is not greater than 30, so the condition is false. If it is false, so this instruction will not be executed. It will ignore that thing and it will go to the next condition. In the next condition, it will check, is the value of temp less than 30? It will pick up the value of 10, compare it with 30. Is this condition true? So yes, this is true. If this is true, so it will execute this line, this instruction. And let's press. So see, it has printed it is cool. So this program is more logical. It is doing some conditional processing. Perfect. So now let's make a small change here and let's make the temperature 30. Now, my friends, what this thing will do, let's discuss the thing first on the board. So when we click that thing, it will store 30 in temp. Then it will check this condition. Is the value of temp greater than 30? It will pick up the value of temp, which is 30. Is 30 greater than 30? No, 30 is not greater than 30. So this is false. So if it is false, we know that when the condition is false, the conditional instruction will not get executed. Now it will go to the next condition. In the next condition, it will check the value of temp again. Is the value of temp less than 30? It will pick up the value of temp. Is 30 less than 30? This is false as well because 30 is not less than 30. This is false. So it will not execute this line as well. So what it will print on the screen? Nothing, because this was false and this will not execute. This was false and it will not execute this one as well. So let's click run and see what it is doing. When we click run, see, it is not printing anything, because the printing instruction, both of them were conditional, and that depend on the conditions. It will only be executed whenever the condition was true. It will only be executed whenever the condition is true. But this condition is false. 30 is not greater than 30, and 30 is not less than 30 as well. My friends, let's make a small change here. And that changes. So whenever I'm telling him that, Mr. Computer, whenever that value of temp is equal to 30, if it is equal to 30, print on the screen nice weather. Just print that one. How we can write this thing? So we will write another condition here, that if temp is equal to 30, and then if temp is equal to 30, then print nice weather. Now, my friends, there is a small issue which we need to understand here, is that when it reaches there, it will pick up the value of temp, which is 30. So is 30 equal to 30? Now, my friends, here we need to understand one thing. And that one thing is that we know that after, in front of if, there must be a condition. This is a very important point. There must be a condition. What is condition? Condition is basically whenever we are comparing two values, with the help of relational operators. So to compare two values, we have to use the relational operator. My friends, we know that, we discussed that thing earlier, that this equal sign is not relational operator, this is assignment operator. So actually in this line we are telling him that if, and then we are telling him assign 30 to temp. Why? Because here we are using the assignment operator. So the computer will get confused that in front of if, there must always be a condition. Because it needs a value. It needs the result true or false. But here this is not the condition. This is assignment operator, because condition will always use relational operator, like 2 greater than 5, 3 less than 15, something like that. So for the equality comparison, the relation operator, we always have to use the double equal sign. This is the relational operator for the comparison. We cannot use like this, a is equal to 20, because here we are telling him assign 20 to a. If you are comparing that, is the value of a equal to 20, so you have to write it like this, double equal. So by double equal means, Mr. Computer, compare these two things, are they equal? Okay, so my friends, let's make that change here, that write code that here. So if I'll use single equal first. If temp is equal to 30, and see now the cursor, we have to push the cursor by using the tab, and then we will write print it is nice weather. Okay, so now let's run the code. If you run the code straight away, it will give you an error that here this is invalid syntax. Here this is the condition, and in the condition you have to use the relational operator, and you're using the assignment operator. So this is wrong. So you cannot use equal sign for the comparison. Equal sign is the assignment operator. So what we need to do here, we need to write double equal. which is the relational operator. So when you run this thing, everything is absolutely fine. So now this line will execute. It will create the value, the variable temp, and it will assign 30 there. Now it will execute this line and then it will check, is the value of temp greater than 30? No, false. If it is false, ignore that line. It will check the next condition, is the value of temp less than 30? The value of temp is 30. Is 30 less than 30? No, ignore it. It will come here and now it will check, is the value of temp equal to 30? So it will pick up the value 30. So yes, this is true. So if this is true, now it will execute this line and see it has printed it is nice weather. Not capital T, it should be this one. It is nice weather. So my friends, we need to be very careful with the relational operators. Thank you very much, my friends.